We were set up and our first conversation lasted 3 hours and I think we covered 3 murders. So not the most normal first date conversation, but we've been talking true crime ever since.
We knew it was something special because we were able to talk about a murder that she was covering in Idaho on our first conversation. So, and that's my job, of course, is to assess felons.
He's a forensic psychologist. I was a TV reporter. So I said, let me tell you about this triple homicide I'm covering.
A match made in heaven.
Right.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
So the pandemic hit. I had just retired from TV reporting to be with our son. Our son was a year. But you can't take the journalist out of me. So it was December 2019 when I saw the AP article about Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell. I knew it was going to be big. And I started asking him questions, because that's what I do. He's the forensic psychologist. I'm like, well, what about this and what about this? And then we kept talking.
Since our first conversation and since we became serious, we had talked about starting a podcast, a true crime podcast, because that sort of combined our talents. And it was something that we had dreamt about for a while. But when the pandemic hit and we went into quarantine, the jails and the prisons shut down for me. So I had no work and I had nothing to do. So we had this window to really do something unique. And so that's where we pooled our talents. And
enter Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell.
Right.
The story of the century for the time of the century.
Yeah.
Yes, and there were so many questions and so many hidden motives. That's hidden true crime. You know, it's usually sex, money, and revenge, but why? So we get into the hidden motives, and it's just been trying to understand what this thing is.
You know, there's a line I like to throw out there to Lauren quite often, and that is, a better understanding of crime is a better understanding of ourselves. And I think by delving deeply into a case like this, I think we can really learn some lessons about ourselves.